Good morning. I didn't put my morning sign up here. I forgot to today. All right, we're going to be on exercise 4, day 80, pages 181 and 182. We're dividing fractions today. Okay, so in this exercise, we're going to explore dividing with fractions. Sometimes we need to divide by fraction. This problem is asking us to find out how many 1/3 are in 5. That's what that problem means. 5 divided by 1/3. How many 1/3 are in 5? To do this, we need to flip the fraction upside down. This upside down fraction is called the reciprocal. I want you to know this word. Okay, this is an important word. You'll come across this. You'll come across this word not just in math, but you'll come across it in life, actually. You'll hear the word reciprocate. If someone is kind to you, it makes you want to reciprocate. That means return it to them. So reciprocal is the opposite of, or the changing, the flipping upside down of it. All right, so in order to divide fractions, you've got to remember this word, reciprocal, flipping it upside down. So if you take the fraction or the problem 5 divided by 1/3, what you're going to do is you're going to put this number over 1. Remember, always put the whole number over 1. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to change this to times and take the reciprocal of the second number. Okay. So let's look back at our book. And there they set it up for you. Okay, now this makes sense because if we cut 5 whole circles into thirds, there would be 15 pieces. So there's your 5 circles, 5 whole circles, okay, and you're cutting them into thirds because you're doing 5 divided by a third. So 5 circles divided by a third. Be careful, Stuart. All right, and then there would be 15. If you'll count all those pieces, there's 3 there. There's 3 more, that's 6. There's 3 more, that's 9. 3 more, that's 12. 3 more, that's 15. There'd be 15 pieces. So that's what that is. That's what that's showing you. Okay? Now, there's a note with a tack in it right over on the right-hand side at the top. It's important to know that a fraction multiplied by its reciprocal is always 1. Example, if you take 2/3, you multiply it by its reciprocal, which would be 3/2. You just flip it upside down. You get 6/6 or 1 whole. Let's just remember that. All right, so look at number 1. 6 divided by 1/2. So you're going to write this. This is your problem. So this is what you're going to write. Okay, you're going to write it out like this. 6 over 1. Change this to times. And then take the reciprocal of the second number. Multiply straight across, just like we've been doing. What is that? Simplified. It's just 12 whole, because it's 12 over 1. That's all you do. Okay? Now I'll help you with number 2. Your problem is 4 divided by 1/8. Okay? This is what you're going to write. Change it to times and take the reciprocal. Multiply across. There's your answer. Okay? All right. So go ahead and finish those. In fact, go ahead and go all the way down to number 10. Pause it and then turn it back on and I'll go over the answers with you. All right, let's start on number 3. You should have gotten 70. Number 4 should be 75. Number 5 would be 36. Number 6 would be 200. Number 7 should be 54. Number 8 would be 2,000. Number 9 would be 162. and number 10, your answer would be 1. Now, number 11, look at this right quick. It says multiply 70 over 87, 70 87ths, times its reciprocal. You don't have to do that. Remember that note up at the top? When you take a fraction and you multiply it by its reciprocal, what's your answer all the time? 1. It's just 1. So on number 11, your answer is 1. Any fraction, when you multiply it by its reciprocal, remember it's the same number just flipped upside down, then the answer is 1. All right, look at number 12. Hiro was in charge, let's see. Hiro was in charge of changing the burned out bulbs around the church. Pastor Donovan showed him where the extra light bulbs were stored. There were 15 boxes of bulbs, each containing 8. Write an equation using dividing by a fraction to discover the total number of bulbs in the storage room. Okay, well, really we don't need a fraction on this, but it wants us to use one, so we can. There were 15 boxes. Each box had 8 bulbs. And the question is the total number of bulbs in the storage room. Well, we know it'd be 15 times 8, right? Because you have 15 boxes with 8 in each. But it wants us to write an equation with dividing by a fraction. So it's going to be 15. First, let's just write this out. Okay, that's our equation. That's what we could do. But it wants us to do it by dividing by a fraction. So we'll say 15 divided by 1/8. Okay, that would be, then if you changed it around, it'd be 15 over 1 times the reciprocal. See, it's the same thing as this. And then you just multiply across and get 15 times 8. And whatever that would be. Make sure you label it bulbs. All right. When you're done with that, look at the next page. Okay. This is all mixed review. Number 19. You don't have to do 19 or 20. Just do 13 through 18. I'm not going to grade this page, but in fact, there's just so few. Why don't you pause it, and then when you're done, turn it back on. I'll go ahead and give you the answers. Make sure you did these right. Okay, on number 13, you should have gotten 3 3/10. On number 14, you should have gotten 7 5/24. On number 15, you should have ended up with 3/5. Number 16, your prime factors of 84 should have ended up being 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. On number 17, it should be X, 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 V, I. I'll say that one more time. X, 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 V, I. And number 18, you should have gotten 2,345, remainder 2. 2,345, 2345, remainder 2. Okay? If you got some of those wrong, I really would like to know so I can walk through this with you, okay? All right, that's all for today.